Right, exactly. This may be an embarrassing moment because you got to realize the mothers of a 22-year-old or 19 at 25 is around, similar to our age, I would say. And and it's like you got to realize, you know who we really would like to talk to? Jalen Green's parents to see if they approve. Because they like, they probably like, you dumb motherfucker. What the fuck are you doing, my nigga? You know they gonna keep it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if she have kids. I don't recollect her having kids or anything else. But
she does.
I do,
So, sorry, not to cut you off. Yeah, her kid's the same age as Jalen Green.
Oh, I take that back then. I take that back then.
Exactly.
This is poor shot selection.
Exactly.
This is poor shot selection. Yeah. Niggas is shooting their shot. This is poor shot selection.
All right, so Cameron is saying the most important thing. What does Jalen Green's parents think about him getting Draya Michele pregnant? You guys, like, subscribe, follow the page. Irrational Ones, case study podcast. You guys, someone was in my comment in my last video with DL Hughley. I'll link it at the end of this video, talking about, hey, I'm using celebrity news as clickbait, blah, blah, blah. No, I'm using celebrity news as case studies around in parent coaching, around in youth mentoring, around in my business, which is Irrational Ones. That's what my business is about. So if you don't like it, click it to another channel. But unfortunately, don't hate the play, hate the game. Celebrity news gives more traction than if I just post some random person. On my shorts, I post random stories from random people that still surrounds about parents and youth. So chill out, right? All right. So most importantly, let's get back to the content. So Jalen Green, 22-year-old, is having a baby with Draya Michele, who's 38 years old. And people are in an uproar saying that she was grooming him, blah, blah, blah. But most important, I was looking at the comments saying, if I was Jalen Green's parent, I'll slap him across the head. Or I would fight Draya Michele. Or if I was the auntie, I'll be fighting Draya Michele. The problem is this, you guys. People are looking at it from a lens as, hey, yes, he is 22, but this is not your typical 22-year-old kid who's in college right now, or about to be a senior, about to graduate. Mommy and daddy ain't paying his cell phone bill and his car insurance, his tuition. This is a multi-millionaire kid who, obviously, to get to the NBA, they're not just handing out NBA contracts and jerseys. You have to be disciplined, have to be hardworking. I never want to discredit people who get to a certain level in life that it's rare for just Joe Schmoes to get to. So, and he's in line for his second contract to make a lot of money. So this kid is not a bum. So my thing is that he's a abundant star on the Houston Rockets. So my thing is that people are talking about what kind of parents was he raised by. It seems like, I don't know his complete story, but his mother and dad in his life raised a really good kid. It's hard for someone, it's important and hard for someone to make their dreams, and for you to help foster an environment for that kid to make his dreams. You did the best you can, and you can't pick who he chooses to have kids with. Those are two consenting adults, a 22-year-old and a 38-year-old, and they want to have kids. Like, if I was the parents, we want him to probably have someone younger, maybe, but you have to be okay with what your kids choose to do. You have to be okay with that, especially this kid. It's not, and most, like, if you think about it in this situation, he's probably supporting his parents. Pretty sure, I don't know, I'm not pretty sure his parents are not multi-millionaires making this type of money that he does. So he's probably supporting his parents, he's probably supporting the family, the siblings, the cousins, whatever the case may be, right? So when this young man makes a choice, are you really gonna tell him, hey, what are you gonna tell him at this point? He's probably supporting you at this point. So that's why when everybody was hard on T. Morant about Ja, that never stops. You can never stop being your kid's parent. I agree with that. But it must be a difficult conversation. I'm not in that situation. Most of us aren't. Is having that conversation with your multi-million-dollar, $200 million son about his antics. Like when they become the person who's supplying and financing the whole family. So it's a tough dynamic. But again, I think the core of it is that this is a grown kid. This is a grown man who made a choice. And again, he's not the typical 22-year-old kid that we think of our top of our head. Again, I agree. When you're 22, that you're not all the way there in a sense of like maturity and even mindset. Like, speaking as a 39-year-old, I wasn't there until I was 30, and still I was a little bit immature. But I think Jalen Green could have worse baby mothers, or I don't know if that's his girlfriend. Again, that's shade room baller alert. I'm just using this as a case study, but that he could have worse baby mothers than Draya Michele. First of all, Draya Michele is very pretty. She's bad. Like, and the people I saw hating on the comments are probably parents who are around her age or older, who probably don't look as good as she is. No, they don't look as good as she is. She's bad. And Jalen Green probably saw her when she was young. He was younger in middle school, junior high school, middle school, high school, and was like, oof, with one day. And I don't like the double standards. As a 39-year-old man, I've dated younger women. When I was 35, I dated a 22, 23-year-old. And well, she was 21. I don't know. I can't remember. But it like, those are adults. It'll be different. He was 16 and she was 30. Now I think we'll be having a whole different conversation. But I'm just commenting about right now. I think that these are adults, and people just so uproar because of the age difference. Whether it was a guy and a girl, the roles reversed. We seem to think this coolest player. We can't have those double standards. You guys, all right, what's your thoughts? I want to see comments below. If you was Jalen Green's parents, what will you react? How will you react to the situation? Like, subscribe, follow the page. Irrational Ones case study. I'm out.